Welcome back to East Coast Anglers. Today we're going boating. It's a beautiful day in Halifax, and when I got up, wife was like, let's go boating. So great. Yesterday's video you saw me prepping the boat for going fishing, so now this is just a final little prep of stuff that I do before I get to the water. Ensure that I'm taking up as least amount of time as possible at the boat launch. Okay, so I'll walk you through some of the electronics I'm going to hook up, how to install your hitch, and hook up your trailer to your boat. Okay, so it should be a pretty good video, pretty informative, so stay tuned. So first step is to remove the cover. Alright, now that we have the boat cover off, we're going to install our electronics down there. Alright, so the first piece of electronics we're going to hook up is the Lowrance HDS7 Gen 2 Touch. It's kind of like your map, navigation, you can set waypoints, charts, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to get that out and set it up real quick. So that's what the unit looks like. Okay, it's a touch screen. Okay, so I never keep the stuff on the boat because it's too easy to steal when it's mounted, so I just mount it just before we take the boat out. Okay, now that we have it on its mount loosely, we're going to hook up our wires. Okay, most of them are color coded, some are just, common sense, but let's start with the color coded ones. Anyways, this process of elimination. I got 3 of 5 on right now. This one looks like it goes here. There we go. And last but not least, alright, so we got our main navigation attached and all wired up, ready to go. On to the next one. Okay, the next unit we're going to hook up is it's a little bit smaller. It's another Lowrance product. Okay, and this sits at the front of your boat, and when I'm sitting right here fishing and using my trolling motor, this is a really good monitor to view your depth. Okay, I have an option of hooking up 2. I'm just going to show you how to hook up 1 right now. I don't really see the need for 2, but having them looks cooler, I guess. Anyways, let's get this hooked up. You start off by putting in your bracket. Okay, it just clips into place. And again, these units are color coded. Okay, they swivel just like that, so they're pretty handy. There's only one way to get the wires in, so just take your time. There you go, there's one wire in. when I'm doing this, I keep the cover on the viewing window so it doesn't get all scratched up. As you can see, I still have it on, especially when I'm manipulating things around, getting the wires on, especially when it's being a little bit difficult, you know. Just don't let it frustrate you. All right, let's go in there. And last but not least, okay, so we have it all wired up. Now we're going to put it in our bracket. Okay, just like that. Once you have it in your bracket in the rough position that you want, okay, just take your little nuts here and you're gonna tighten it down. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight because you're gonna be trailering this to your next location, so it's important that it is nice and tight. Alright, on to the next thing. Okay, I mentioned this in yesterday's video, but when you're taking kids out, make sure you have good, appropriate size life jackets. Super important. You know, you want to make a boating experience a safe one. Okay, in addition to that, I also take a booster pack just in case my outboard has trouble starting. Just gives it a little bit of extra boost. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the boat now, and the kids' life jackets. The boat's all prepped, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get the trailer ready and hooked up to the boat. Okay, so there's a few steps I'm going to do. So I'm going to make sure that this is all ready to go. You know, got my electrical there, got my chains. I'll show you how to hook this up, what this is. Get my trail hitch on the boat, or on the truck, and I'll hook this up really quick. And I'll pull it forward, and then I'll show you how to prep your outboard for trailering. Let's get it. Okay, so we have the boat pretty much ready to go and the trailer prepped to receive the truck. I'm just going to put the hitch in here, pin it, and then, super important, put your cotter pin in. Make sure that's secure in there. Okay, we're ready to go with that. Alright, so I'm in my truck, I'm in the driveway. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some of the features of this truck and backing up and hooking up a trailer. So here we go. So it's going to pull forward, get my truck in position. I'm going to be partially blocking the road a little bit, but not too much, so people just have to be patient. All right, when you're trailering, see this little trailer button here? You're going to press that. Oh, getting close, getting closer. Touchdown. Right there, it's just like that. You might have to play around with it a bit, like move forward a tiny bit or a little bit aft a bit, but you know, if you take your time, you're gonna get it. Okay, I have the trailer in position, so I'm gonna show you how to hook it up real quick. Okay, so the ball is directly below where it hooks up. I'm gonna lift up this leg. The trailer's gonna drop down onto the hitch. Okay, if that goes down, then it's locked in. Okay, there's also a safety pin, so make sure you put your pin in. Okay, pin's in. Sorry, I'm gonna be changing my clothes here because it's super hot. You might notice me sweating a little bit. Okay, hook up your brake. So if your trailer detaches, that brake will kick in. Okay, and with your chains, you want to alternate them. So Left goes to right, right goes to left. Okay, now that that's hooked up, you want to hook up your electrical. So your truck to your trailer is going to require an electrical hookup. Okay, it goes in one way. Just plug that in, find your electrical connection, plug those in, and then we're going to go back inside the truck. And most modern trucks are set up so you can test your trailer lights without having two people. I'll show you how to do that. All right, I'm back in the truck. So most trucks, like I said, are pretty modern and they tow trailers all the time. So I'm gonna select trailer lights. And when I press start, it's gonna go through a sequence of blinks left and right, you know, hazards, stoplights, all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna get out and check to see that it's working. So there you go. You got your running lights always on, brake lights, left turn signal, right turn signal, and reverse lights. So I'm gonna go see the sequence out on the trailer just to show you. Okay, there you go. Right turn signal. You got your running lights on, brake lights, left turn signal. Okay, so the truck is doing that automatically for me. There's no one sitting in the truck, which is a great feature. Okay, one of the final steps. Well, I got 2 more steps really. 3 more steps. So you're gonna go around and you're gonna clean up all these straps to make sure they're not dangling on the highway when you're going down, destroying them. You know, I have to replace some of them already. They're pretty worn. That's not a big deal. Okay, so you just go around your trailer, just making sure nothing's gonna be flopping around on the highway, damaging things. Okay, make sure your boat's connected. Checking all my connections, make sure they're secure. Tuck in all your strapping. And man, it's hot today, so I am getting changed. I'm wearing my East Coast Lifestyle hoodie that I got as a gift from a dentist, actually, which is his son owns East Coast Lifestyle, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, I really like their stuff. If I can figure out how to link stuff in my videos in the future, then I will definitely link how to purchase East Coast Lifestyle stuff, because I really like it, even though they don't sponsor me. Hooking up this device on your outboard before your trailer is the second last step. Okay, the absolute last step is before your wife gets in your boat, or your kids, and you want them to be happy. Make sure you wipe it down, especially after a day out on the water with your buddies fishing. Okay, there might be some, you know, fingerprints and lures kicking around that could hurt kids, whatever it is. So make sure you clean up your boat. Happy wife, happy life. All right, absolutely the last step before you take your boat out. Well, before you get it, before you start driving away on a trailer, you're gonna lift your outboard up. This is to prevent it from scraping on the road as you go to the lake. So you cranked it up. You're gonna put this into position, and then you're gonna lower your outboard onto it. It should be snug. Okay, that'll prevent your outboard from bouncing in transit and damaging your outboard. Okay, you want to put this little rubber band on here. And that's it, let's go to the lake. Alright, so we're in the truck, the boat's loaded up. I showed you all the preps for it, so now we're going to head to the lake. And today I'm with my beautiful wife Danielle and my kids. Alright, so this is the first time out as a family boating. I've had it out fishing with fishing buddies, so today is just a test run, you know, keep it safe, keep it simple, less than an hour, and then we'll come on back. All right, one thing I didn't talk about is when you're trailering your boat, your trailer is usually wider than your truck. Okay, so make sure you're driving your truck in the middle of your lane to avoid crossing over the lane and hitting another vehicle accidentally. All right. Yeah, lots of safety stuff going on here. A lot of discussions are happening in the truck. All right, so we're at the lake, or we're almost at the lake at the boat launch. So we're gonna find a spot before the boat launch to prep the boat for launch. So there's a bunch of straps and stuff that you want to take off, so you're not taking up too much time at the boat launch, because it's a Sunday, it could be busy. You know, lots of people like waiting in the queue to launch their boat, so you want to be as quick as possible. It's just the courteous thing to do. Like I just mentioned, we're almost at the boat launch, so I'm gonna take off some of the strapping so I'm not taking up too much time on the actual boat ramp. Okay, it's just, you know, you don't want people getting hyper at you. I find this boat launch is very good. People are polite. You know, it's Nova Scotia. Everyone's friendly. But, you know, friendly only to a point. You know, if you're not prepared, if you're taking up too much time, then they're not going to be too happy with you. So be respectful at the boat launch. Another quick tip, okay, when you're transporting your boat, do not keep your plug in the boat, because water will accumulate like when it rains. But when you get here and you're about to launch your boat, make sure you put that plug in. I don't know how many times I see people launch a boat without the plug, and then it starts sinking and they jump out and they're scrambling. So make sure that plug is in. Okay, we are almost ready to go. Once I get down to the water, I'm gonna pop that off and I'll show you a trick and a tool I use to do that. Okay, I'm literally, I'd say a couple hundred or maybe 100 meters away from the boat launch area. So I'm going to show you how to take off your outboard saver thingy bobber. I'm not really sure the name of it, but I'm going to lift this up after the strap's off. But what happens is that gets stuck on there. So what I do is I bring a rubber mallet and I'm just going to hit it. You can do it on both sides and it should pop right off. So if you're going to have any takeaways from today, keep a rubber mallet in your truck or whatever you're towing your boat with. Alright guys, so I'm almost at the water. I'm just going to continue backing up nice and slow, keeping the boat straight on the ramp. The ramp is quite wide at Oakfield Park, which is awesome. And basically all I want to do is float the boat in the water. Alright, there we go. That was a successful boat launch. My wife is just parking the truck right now. There's not a whole lot of room at the jetty right now, so I'm going to wait until they come back down to the jetty. I'm going to nose in the boat into that little spot, pick up my kids and my wife, and then we're going to head out on the lake. Super fun. So, got the boat alongside. Kids are getting their life jackets on. I got the outboard running. I'm all geared up, ready to go. And here comes my lovely wife, Danielle. I'm gonna go out for, I don't know, about an hour. The water is super calm here. So this lake is called Shubenacadie Grand Lake, and this boat launch is at Oakfield Provincial Park. The gates open at 8 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m. So just be aware of that. If you're out boating, you have to get your boat out before 8 p.m. All right. The lines are off. We're gonna get away from this jetty and we're going boating.
Yay!
Why are you guys lying down?
So that we don't fling off.
They're scared.
Fling off.
Like a back to store our back. So if you go fast, we're gonna fly backwards. I mean, unless I'm up there, but just fine.
So first family outing on the boat. All pretty good. Water's nice and calm. Lots of other boaters out there. Okay, so I went out fishing with my buddies. We go into these little inlets and stuff like that. So to do that, we get really close, lift the outboard all the way out of the water pretty much with a kicker twig. So we killed the outboard. We're using the trolling motor. Again, I'd just like to give a big thanks out to my dad Rick for giving us this boat. He gifted this to us, so I really appreciate it. And this is the end result. Dad, we got the boat on the water, got the tunes on. We're doing some trolling right now, and life is good. Love you. Okay, so we're making an approach to the jetty. I got my lines out and prepared. I'm gonna come alongside the front side of the jetty, basically. I'm going really slow, just making my approach, just judging the wind and everything like that. So this is what you do. Just take a nice slow approach, and as I get closer, I'm going to probably kill the engine really quick and slow down. Actually,
it's a busy little area there right now.
yep. So I'm lifting the outboard out of the water because I'm not sure how deep it is here. Probably not very deep. So I'm making my approach. I'm going to come alongside starboard side. This guy with the blue shirt is. Just because there's a boat launching there, and they're probably going to want to use the side that's closest to the boat launch to get the boat alongside. So I'm just being courteous right now. And there's actually another boat there ready to go.
Are you gonna jump off and like do the lines and stuff?
This? Yeah, dude, Danielle, is it just the line? So,
Jump off.
come on, man. Just like that. Okay, so I got my first line on. Put them back here.
Just wait
My
on
technique is kind of throw the line down, try to hook a cleat, just like that. Bring your boat in. Okay, once your boat's alongside, you're secured. Kids can jump off, obviously. Et voila. Okay guys, just a little trick. So when I launch the boat, I don't keep these little marker things on there, but I temporarily put them on there when the boat's not on there. So when I'm reversing, I know where the trailer is. Okay, so just a little trick. If you're just learning how to back up, because I like looking out the back window when I back up, so those help me visually see where the trailer is. Just a little trick. Okay, now that we have the boat out of the water, just make sure that your outboard protector's on there, all your straps are on. Your boat's hooked up. Okay, your safety strap's on there. This is tight, and all your hookups are all the same as before. All right, and then we're ready to hit the road. All right, so our first boating out as a family was successful. Again, stay tuned for more videos. We're mostly going to focus on fishing on this channel, but boating in general, you know, just some general knowledge stuff, some tips and tricks. So yeah, stay tuned on East Coast Anglers. I'll see you next time. Peace.